Alright, here we are. We're back in our room after the hot springs, and Eunji comes a knocking on our door. Here she is. So, I thought I'd come see what you were up to. Still roughly around 6'1" or so. I don't think I'll get any more growth spurts. Oh, look at that. He's a fucking jokester. Why do you always come back at me with the lamest jokes? Do you enjoy teasing me so much? If that doesn't scream not in the mood for dad jokes, I don't know what does. Sorry, you're kind of fun to tease. Which is a good thing. Guys tend to tease girls they enjoy being around. Yeah, you enjoy being around me? Well, I mean, yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I? Because I'm always saying mean things to you and acting like I don't like you. Oh, that's an act? Yay. I never thought you really meant most of it. You seem to have a hard time expressing yourself. Plus, you just sold yourself out, dude. Acting like I don't like you implies that you do, in fact, like me. Ha, maybe I misspoke. I'm having a hard time reading Eunji. Well, even harder than normal. She seems to be struggling to not fall back on her usual tsundere routine. Is something the matter? You can talk to me if you want. I promise I'll listen. I guess it's never been easy for me to say what I'm thinking. I've always been in my sister's shadow. And at the same time, I feel embarrassed for thinking that way, but still. It's her ease in picking up English, the way guys look at her. I guess I just feel inferior to her no matter what I do. The only thing I claim to be better at her would be shooting. I'm not sure why you would feel inferior. You're your own person and cute in your own way. I am not cute. Stop that. You are cute, dude. Why don't you ever take a compliment from me? How am I supposed to tell you how much I like you when you won't even let me tell you you're cute? Wait, what am I admitting right now? Did I just tell Eunji I liked her? Hello? What year is this? Well, I like you too! I mean, wait, no, I won't stop myself this time. Whoa, hello. I love you, Eunji Lover 69. That was a good name, I'm glad I chose that. She's sincere. This is coming right from her heart. She deserves a truthful answer in return. Oh my god, I love you too, Eunji. Oh, this is so cute. I'll leave you to go hit on Jeong. Wait. Did you just tell me you loved me too? Yeah, that happened. That was real. You're not teasing me, right? Please, please tell me you aren't. My heart can't take that kind of teasing. I don't tease about important things like this. You're fun to be around. And I've fallen head over heels for you. Oh god, I die. Oof! Eunji pulled her uniform off in a flash. Hello. What? As if to make sure it's real, she's tackle-hugged me to the bed and is showering me with kisses. Wow, this really got out of hand really fast. I'm trying my best to return them, but she's peppering me with them like a machine gun. Hey, mind if I... Why am I coughing? What the fuck? What is she doing to me? You mind if I get a chance to breathe, though? Eunji rolls around, leaving me above her as I regain my breath. Remember a couple of nights ago when you helped me with English? Yeah, sure, I remember, but what does that have to do with here and now? I want to learn one more word. What other... Whoa! What sort of tour guide would I be if I didn't give you the best Korea has to offer? Did you just say something flirty? You might want to get used to it. I'm claiming you as mine, you know. No sharing with the people then, huh? Of course not. I'm more equal than the rest of the populace, and I don't share. Well, alright then. Neat. I've heard about taking sailors shore leave to get a little action, but this is entirely different. I'm in love with the girl and she's in love with me, and I can't leave her behind after shore leave's over. The question is, how do I go about making this happen more in the future? I'm due to leave here in another day, and I doubt she can just waltz out with me. Eunji's actually fallen asleep on top of me like a cat. I'm not complaining, but it may make going to the bathroom a tad difficult. Maybe I should rest up as well, in case round 2's on the way. Good thinking, boss. I think I heard someone moving. Must be Jeong going to the bathroom. I guess I'll get that shut-eye then. Wait, Jeong came in here. Hello. This just got a lot weirder. Hi, Jeong. Fancy running into you here. Well, it is my own bedroom, you know. And here you went and deflowered my little sister on my bed. Pretty nervy of you. I love it. Yeah, sorry about that. Things got a little carried away there, and I wasn't thinking with my head. Oh, I do believe you were thinking with your head, just not the one that contains your brain. But it's okay. This is what I'd hoped for. You do seem to be playing matchmaker at times, didn't you? I must admit, you're pretty cute. I might have to lock Eunji in a closet and have my way with you myself. Easy there, Jeong. I don't think Eunji would allow that. She would literally kill both of us. Relax, I was merely teasing. However, I'm afraid I do have something for you here I'm not teasing you about. In the moonlight, I think I see something shining. Is that a needle? Spoiler alert, yes it is. There's a certain appearance that our leader needs you to feign. For the sake of our mission, this way seems easiest. Whatever you're about to do, we don't have to do this. We can talk about this. Let's talk this out. I'm afraid I do, but don't worry. This won't kill you. I mean, probably. With that, she gently injects me with the needle. Well, at least she was gentle, right? This will just make you go to sleep for a while, but not permanently. But why? What did I do? Damn, it's full of stars. Sleepy, sleepy stars. That doesn't make a lot of sense. You only put in the recommended dose, right? Yes, of course I did. I mean, maybe. Help me dress him and let's get him to the rendezvous point. Can I borrow him for one night, please? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Let's move. Ugh, so groggy. Feels like I've been on a 3-day rager while on shore leave, and I'm just barely sobering up. Eyelids are so heavy. I need to take stock of my surroundings, though. Ah, good times. I love this room. Oh, God. Oh, man. That light's barely on. It feels like the inferno of 1,000 suns. Whatever they stuck me with is giving me the world's worst hangover. After a few moments more, things start to come into view. Not that there's much to see, honestly. I'm in the plainest, emptiest room I've ever been in. The only things I can barely make out are a single door and an occupied chair at the very end of the room. And from the silhouette of the figure occupying the chair, I know it's not one of the girls. Too masculine looking to be Jeong or Eunji. I wonder where those two are. I'd like an explanation as to why they felt the need to drug me and drag me to God knows where. I see you've rejoined the conscious world. Undoubtedly you have questions. I'll try my best to guide you, though time is short. That voice, I recognize it. I've only heard it a few times since being in Korea, but it's one of the three I recognize. I know you. You're our driver. Where am I? I'm glad the drug didn't dull your senses too much. Yes, I've been driving you around Korea this week. My name is Nankong Kwangjo, and I'm the father of both Jeong and Eunji. Thank you for accompanying them these past few days, for you have given me hope. Hope? You mean I'm not gonna die? Not at my hands, no, and ideally not at all. I mean, we all die. I hate to break that to you. Regardless, I've put you in danger by bringing you here to Korea and associating you with my daughters. How? How is that? I am, as you would say, a dead man walking, as are my girls. You know, my sight's not quite back yet, and it's pretty dark in here, but you sound pretty healthy, and Jeong and Eunji are both quite healthy. It's not like that, Eunji Lover 69. How much do you really know about the Democratic People's Republic of Korea? Honestly, no, not much. Considering I fell for your line saying Pyongyang was a suburban part of Seoul, you probably have a good idea about my lack of awareness. North Korea's a bloody dictatorship. Pick your poison. Our leader's made out to be a demagogue, and the one political party we have has a death grip on the nation. You've seen the results around here in your visit. Since assuming leadership of the country, Glorious Leader is suspected of executing at least 70 people. Most of them potential political opponents and their families. It appears I have made the list as well. Are you telling me you're going to be the target of a political execution mandated by the Glorious Leader? That's literally exactly what he said. That is nuts! I mean, our leaders are pretty annoying, but at least Hillary and Donald didn't kill each other's families and associates. I mean, not yet anyways. They've already poisoned my wife to death. It's only a matter of time before they come for me and the girls. That's why I made a plan ahead of time. One to at least maybe save my girls. It hits me just now. You're the one who invited me to Korea while playing Panzer Mädels Online, aren't you? I pitched it as an idea to the party, to lure an American soldier over and try to create an international incident. In reality, I want you to meet my daughters and, hopefully, fall in love with Eunji, my youngest. That part must have worked, seeing as you're sitting here right now. I mean, yeah, in a roundabout sort of way, Eunji and I have confessed our mutual love of each other. My precious youngest girl. I'm happy she's managed to express her feelings. Problem is, I'm not sure how to go about getting you out of the country. Well, that would be a pretty big obstacle, actually. The brass are leaning on me to turn you over soon on any charge I can trump up.
My plan was to send you and the girls to the United States Embassy in Pyongyang, but that's a no-go.
You know, if I had to guess, relations with the USA have been so sour for so long, we don't even have an embassy in Pyongyang, do we?
No, you don't. I really should have made sure of that little fact before springing this plan.
You're not very smart, are you, dude?
It appears Sweden is the protective power for the United States and North Korea.
Yeah, that's a big gaping hole in the plan there. Sweden might take me and send me back to the United States. You know, maybe. But there's no way they're going to get involved with sheltering 2 North Korean citizens, who are part of their people's army, no less.
I'm well aware of that. However, I do have a backup plan in place.
He stands up, but I still can't make out anything of his face. He walks over to the door and opens it. Slowly, both Eunji and Jeong walk in. Ladies, hello.
Be strong, girls. This ordeal will be over soon.
Father, I can't leave you here to face your death on your own. Please reconsider coming with us.
You know I can't.
But Appa, I can't leave you here to die.
My precious daughter, I wouldn't survive the trip. Though I built up a tolerance to the poisons our country uses, I'm not immune. Even if I survived sneaking back into the shipyard one more time, I would perish on the journey. It is enough to know my girls lived on, safe and away from this godforsaken country.
He's shaking, literally, and crying along with them. I feel like I'm gonna cry myself. This will be the last time this father gets to hold his children and tell them that he loves them. Oh, parents will attempt the impossible for their children. This man's trying to avoid the needless and senseless death of his daughters. For my budding relationship with Eunji, for the love she bears for Jeong, I must help him. Sir, what are my marching orders? This isn't an army game, Eunji Lover 69. This is deadly serious. I'm just gonna let that sentence speak for itself. You think I don't know that, Eunji? This man's trying to ensure the 2 most precious beings on the planet to him don't die in a tragically stupid fashion. I handle problems best when I compartmentalize them in a military sense. So, I need to know his plan, our marching orders, so I can help him achieve his final wish.
You have my gratitude, son. There's little time, so listen closely. We're in Nampo, a port city south of Pyongyang on the Tangdong River leading into the Yellow Sea. There's a large order of garments being exported from here today. It took a long time for them to finish the final batch, but it's a large enough shipment to put in a large metal shipping container. It's ventilated, as they don't want the garments to grow musty in a closed container, so you'll be able to breathe.
Don't like this plan so far.
I've been slowly hiding rations and other vital items in the bins. You should be fine for food and water if you go easy on the supplies.
So we're smuggling ourselves out by trade ship then?
It was the only solution that came to mind. However, I don't know where the ship is heading. Likely China, however it could be anywhere from Europe to South America.
That's a lot of options, actually. That's a pretty long trip. What are we gonna do about needing to use the facilities?
There are a few buckets hidden in the clothing as well.
I'm gonna vomit.
You'll have to sneak out and empty them overboard at night to avoid the smell lingering. The container does open from the inside as well, as a safety precaution.
Understood. How much time do we have?
Precious little. I believe there are already authorities here in Nampo looking to apprehend all of us. You'll need to find container DPRK 24601.
Is 24601 a reference to Les Mis? I don't know that opera very well, but I feel like that was like Jean Valjean's prisoner number? I don't know, I'll fucking Google it later. Yep, can confirm, that was Jean Valjean's prisoner number, I just Googled it. Good shit, good shit.
It's on the ship called Destiny Favors Glorious Leader. One of the girls can point it out.
Well, that's an overinflated name if I've ever heard one. I'll wait outside the door so you 3 can say your goodbyes.
I am grateful. Please, do all you can to get them to America. Get them to safety.
I don't say anything, but give him a knowing nod and a salute. I think if I tried to talk, I'd just end up crying.
I can't do that right now. I need to be on my game.
A few minutes later, the girls come out, their eyes full of tears. Not that I blame them. They will never see him again. If we fail, we're dead. If we succeed, doesn't matter because we can't go back. And he'll be dead. This is 50 Shades of fucked up. What a great line from a great film. I have to keep it together and be strong for them. I have an unspoken promise to keep. Let's go. I don't know what you mean by unspoken promise. Pretty sure we just made that promise, like out loud in an out loud fashion. It's just a spoken promise. Just a promise, you might say. The girls just nod and follow me out of the building. Oh god, Slender Man's gonna get us. Doesn't look like the shipyard's too far from here. Which is good, because as we left the building to head that way, I saw some People's Army soldiers heading right for the building we just left. They didn't notice us, though. We need to get to that shipyard quickly, and without being seen. Any ideas?
Our best bet might be walking on the path over there. We can try to sneak through the forest as best we can, and the trees may provide some cover. It's too dangerous to take the main road.
Understood. Let's walk at a brisk pace.
As we head over to the walking path, I quickly check my pockets.
They put my wallet in, as well as my keys. Oh, and that crappy excuse for a cell phone. They put that in my pockets, too. I hope it's turned off. I need to save the juice for when we reach our destination.
I tried to put all the essentials back into your pockets when we dressed you. But the rest of your stuff is back at our place, probably confiscated by now.
Well, I mean, on the plus side, they can't hold that Tokyo Hotel Band t-shirt against me. They both giggle a little at that memory. Good. They need something to get through this. We're making good progress. I haven't seen too many People's Army members patrolling the walking path, and we're able to avoid the attention of the few that are. If we can keep this up for 10 more minutes, we should get there.
This is going too well.
Are you trying to jinx this?
What in the world are you talking about?
Just a stupid superstition. Don't worry about it. With that, we move again along in silence. So far, Eunji's comment has not jinxed us yet. We're almost at the harbor now. Just as we're getting to the closer, a lone People's Army member appears. He halts us and speaks in Korean in a harsh tone.
Civilians are not allowed here! Who is this guy, a tourist? Where is your group in Minder?
I'm sweating bullets here. We need to do something fast or we'll all be wearing bullets.
We are his minders. We wanted to see the area up close.
You lie. You are not in uniform. Are you here on a sabotage mission? Stay put while I put in a call to the commander.
Screw that. Amazing. Kapow.
You must defeat Gunny to stand a chance against me.
What?
Dear God, you jabbed out his eyes?
I knew that MC map move would come in handy one day.
You'll have plenty of time to explain what the hell that was once we secure ourselves on the ship.
I drag the blind and unconscious army member and hide him in a nearby tool shed. We should be long gone before he comes to. Let's move. Jeong, lead the way. Good work, boys. Doesn't take long and Jeong has us looking at the ship. With all the hustle and bustle getting the thing out of the port, we're able to sneak aboard.
There, container DPRK 24601.
Just as we sit inside the metal container, I can't help but compare myself to Jean Valjean right about now. Well, look, a fucking reference. Who would have guessed that one? Hey, just because I'm Marine Corps doesn't mean I have time between crayon eating to read some classic literature. We close the door and lock it behind us. There's some light coming in through the vents, enough so we can rummage for stuff when we need it. We head towards the far back and settle in for our trip. I hope we experience it in real time. Oh wow, this is roomy.
Guys? I have to pee.
Let's scrounge for one of those buckets, Eunji. I thought there would be garments in here. This thing's fucking empty. This is pretty much how time goes. We scrounge for the food and water that Kwangjo left us. We sleep. We try to entertain each other. Try to bolster their spirits about going to the west. There's this cool place called Las Vegas where you can spend all day ignoring the natural desert beauty, and instead stay inside dropping quarters into slot machines while drinking free booze. They tell me stories about their parents. I think it's cathartic for them. In general, we just try to keep ourselves from going bonkers from being locked up in a shipping container out at sea. Fortunately, at least none of us got seasick. Finally, after who knows how many days, there are people walking around the container. They seem to be somewhat distressed. What's more, the container's getting lifted into the air, likely by a crane. Oh, or maybe fucking Superman's here and lifting the container, who knows? Did you catch any of what they just said?
The Korean said something about not being behind on the shipment. I can't make out what any of the other people said, as I don't know what language they're speaking.
Did you happen to hear the Koreans mention where we are?
I think I heard someone say welcome to Duras when we arrived in port.
Damn, I know that's in Europe, but I can't recall where. That does explain why we were on the ship for so long, though.
It felt like we were in the air there for a bit, so I think we're not on the ship anymore.
Must be on a cargo truck heading somewhere.
I'm afraid I didn't catch where the truck is heading.
I mean, I guess we'll find out when we get there.
We should change back into our uniforms, so we can officially surrender our citizenship at the nearest embassy. We're from North Korea, after all.
Not much else is said as the truck rumbles along the road for hours. We do have one interesting conversation on the ride, though. Mostly I tell them about the West, though. I mostly tell them how nice it is. Beautiful scenery, friendly people, opportunity. I probably sounded like a commercial, but they sound excited at least. Finally, we appear to be pulling into somewhere to stop. I wait a few minutes to make sure before peeking out of the box. The coast is clear, let's hop out. We get out of the box to stretch our legs in the sun. Finally, taking a good look around, I notice that wherever we are, it looks like a damned war zone. There's a lot wrong with this scene right now. Number one, I'm fucking blonde? Number two, what the fuck is this music? Literally, I think I see damage from mortar shellings in the buildings around us. It doesn't smell so good as well.
Can you make out where we are at all?
I glance around trying to find a marker. Not too far down flies a flag over a building. A red flag with a black bird. Bad news and more bad news.
Wonderful. And what would that be?
Welcome to Albania.
This is the West? Wow, the West sucks. Even Pyongyang didn't look quite this bad.
You think this is bad? Wait until we get home to Detroit. Is this how the game ends?
That's the ending? Oh, fuck you! That was fucking terrible!
Oh my god, that was so Garbo Town. Oh my god, whatever, dude. But, okay, cool. I guess that's the Eunji ending. Shit, okay, whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate if you like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And be sure to tune in next week for something else, I guess. I'll see you guys then.